Thank you for joining this lesson. We're going to discuss sequences and series. Remember to subscribe to this channel and to share this link with friends. Number 24, an arithmetic progression as the first term A and the common difference D. Write down the third, ninth, and 25th terms of the progression. That is part A. So we know very well that the nth term of an arithmetic progression or arithmetic series is usually given by, when we take the first term, then we add n minus 1 multiplied by d. In this case, A is the first term, D is the common difference. So for this case, we are just listing down the third. So the third term is going to be A, which is unknown, plus 3 minus 1 times D, which makes it 2D. The other term is the ninth term. The ninth term shall be A plus 9 minus 1, making it 8. When we multiply by D, we get 8D. Then we are also writing the 25th term. The 25th term. Now, the 25th term is going to be A plus 25 minus 1 times D, making it a 24D. We have listed the three terms according to the question. Now, the next part. The progression is increasing, and the third, ninth, and 25th terms of the form the first three consecutive terms of a geometric progression. If the sum of the seventh term and twice the sixth term of the arithmetic progression is 78, calculate part 1, the first term and the common difference. So now we are being told that this progression is increasing. That means from a term to the next, we are getting to greater terms than how we are beginning. In simpler terms, we can say that the common difference in this case is a positive number. A positive number. Therefore, the progression is increasing. Then the third, the ninth, and the 25th terms, just as we have listed them up there, they form the first three consecutive terms of a geometric progression. For a geometric progression, we should know that there is what we call a common ratio, such that when we take a term and we divide by another, let's say, for example, a geometric progression, which is a 2, 4, 8, 16. This means when we take 4 and we divide by 2, we should get the same as when we take 8 and we divide by 4. And we should get the same as when we take 16 and we divide by 8. And they are all giving us the common ratio of 2 in this example. Now, with this knowledge on a geometric progression, then we can use the information above and say, because we are forming the third, we are forming a first three terms using the third, the ninth, and the 25th. It means A plus 2D. That is the first term in a certain geometric progression. The next is A plus 8D. The next is A plus 24D. Now, these ones follow one another like that for a given GP. This means when we take the second term, remember it is 9, but now it becomes second for the GP. Out of the first, there is a common ratio we should obtain. But this common ratio is also obtained when we take this third term and we divide by the second term. We divide by the second term like that. Let me first of all work out. This equation before I go to the next information. Now I can cross multiply a plus 8d times a plus 8d. That becomes a plus 8d squared. So that means we'll have a squared plus a times 8d times 2. It becomes 16ad plus 8d squared, making it a 64d squared. This is equal to, now we can also cross multiply the other side, whereby a should multiply everything here, and we'll get a squared plus 24ad, a squared plus a times 24d will be 24ad plus again 2d times a to become 2d. So you realize we have 24ad and 2ad, making it 26ad, then plus, finally we'll have 2d times 24d, that becomes 48d squared. 48d squared. Now we can group like terms together as we try to simplify. A squared minus a squared, they cancel one another. So a squared and a squared, they cancel one another. Then we have 64d minus 48d squared. We can bring the d squared together. 64d squared minus 48d squared, we get 16d squared, and this is equal to 26ad minus 16ad, we will get 10ad. 10ad. This means we can simplify further and say, because 10 can simplify and also d is on both sides, then we can say 10a equals to 16d, because 1d will cancel out, and this means the value of a is going to be 1.6d. We can call it the first equation. So the relationship between a and d is that the value of a is equal to 1.6d, because I've divided by 10. Now we can go to another information which says that if the sum of the 7th term and twice the 6th term of the arithmetic progression is 78. Of the arithmetic progression we are talking about in part A. That means when we take the 7th term, a plus 6d, and we add, this is the 7th term now, then we add twice the 6th term, twice the 6th term, which is a plus 5d, we are supposed to get 78. So now we can conclude by saying this is a plus 6d plus 2a plus 10d equivalent to 78. At that point, we can group like terms together. 3a plus 16d is equivalent to 78. So we can call this one now the second equation. And when we solve it simultaneously using the first one, remember the first one says that the value of a equals to 1.6d. A equals to 1.6d from equation 1. So we can use substitution such that where we have a in the second equation, we substitute with 1.6d. And this means 3, the value of a is 1.6d plus 16d equals to 78. So now 1.6 times 3 becomes 4.8 plus 16 becomes 20.8D equals to, this is 0.78. So the value of D at this point now can be obtained by taking 78 out of 20.8, and we'll get 3.75. That is the value of D. This means the value of A can automatically be obtained by taking 1.6 times the value of D. So 1.6 times the value of D, which is 3.75. This is going to be exactly 6. So for the arithmetic progression, the first term is 6 and the common difference is 3.75. That is sorted. The next, we are told to find the sum of the first 9 terms of the arithmetic progression. Sum of a given number of arithmetic, a given number of terms in arithmetic progression is given by n out of 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 multiplied by d, and we close these brackets, or another formula, the sum of n terms can be given by n out of 2 into a plus l. In this case, we have the first term and the last term. So let us use the first formula. The first formula, I will prefer to use the 2 so that students might feel free. The sum of the first 9 terms. So I'll begin with 9 because it's n out of 2 into 2 times the first term, which is 6, plus n, 9 minus 1, multiplied by d, 3.75. Let me carry out now the multiplication. We're going to, let me handle it stepwise. 9 over 2 is 4.5. This is 12 plus, when we take 8 by 3.75, we're going to have 30. 30 plus 12 is going to be 42 times 4.5. This will give us 189. Exactly 189. So that is what the sum of the first 9 terms is. Using the alternative working, we are supposed to know that we should get the last term in such a progression. So the last term is going to be the 9th term. So the 9th term is going to be a, which is known, as 6, plus n minus 1. I'm using the formula which we already wrote. N minus 1, which is making it 8, times d, 3.75. So this is going to be 30 plus 6. We get 36. So the 9th term is 36. That means now we can use our formula n out of 2 into the first term, which is 6, plus the last term, which is 36. This is going to be 42 times 4.5. This is going to give us exactly 189.